Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss problem number D from today's Code Forces contest. So let's go through the problem statement first. So what's given is Lena is the most economical girl in Moscow. So when her dad asks her to buy some food for a trip to the country, she goes to the best store, price fixed. Here are some rules of that store. The store has an infinite number of items of every product. Then all products have the same price, 2 rubles per item. So it's the price for one item. Now for every product I, there is a discount for experienced buyer. So if you buy BI items of products of any type, not necessarily type I, then for all future purchases of ith product, there is a 50% discount. So you can buy an item of the ith product for 1 ruble. Okay. Okay. So for every item, the price is 2 rubles. But if you are experienced candidate, then you can buy that product for 1 ruble. Okay. Now Lena needs to buy n products. She must purchase at least AI items for the ith product. Now you have to calculate the minimum amount of money she needs to spend if she optimally chooses the order of purchasing. Note that if she wants, she can buy more products of some product than needed already. So we are given one n of order 10 to the power 5. Then we are given n in next n line. We are given two integers for every line AI and BI. Okay, what they are specifying here you can see for n you are given AI and BI for these are n products, product 1, product 2, and this product 3. So AI, the first element is telling you that this is the number of item you want to buy for product number 1. For product number 2, you need to buy one item. For product number 3, you have to buy one product. And what this second element is representing, this is BI. BI is representing the experience you need to buy these products at half price. So experience is basically how many products you have already purchased. So for this first product, if you have already purchased 4 products before, then you can buy these items at half price at 1 ruble. Similarly, for second item, if you have already purchased 3 items before purchasing this one, so you can buy this item at 1 ruble at half price. Similarly for this. Okay, so let's understand how we are going to do this. So I will take an example, this second example, to explain you the concept. Okay, let me write it in different way first. Okay, so I have written this example uh, like this. So these first numbers are representing number of item you need to purchase for a particular product, for one product, and for purchasing that item at half price, the amount of experience you need. Amount of experience, by amount of experience we need the number of uh, purchases you have already made. So that is basically the experience what you have. Okay, so for solving this problem, I'm gonna use two pointer approach. So for that, first I will sort this array on the basis of amount of experience you need. Okay. All right. So here I have written this same example in a sorted manner. So I have sorted on the basis of experience. Okay. So I will use two pointer approach for this problem. I will take one pointer at start and one pointer at end. Let's call it I and this one as J. Okay. We will iterate while our I is less than J. We will keep two variables, rebel, in which we will store the number of rebels we have already spent, and we will initialize it with 0. The second variable which I'm going to take is ex, which is representing the experience. So the number of products we will purchase, that would be the number of experience we will have. So we will keep incrementing our experience by the number of products we will be purchasing in between. So we will initialize it with 0 at a starting position. Okay. So while we are iterating, while our I is less than j, we will keep checking for the jth and ith position, that if the experience required for some particular product is less than what experience we already have, in that case we will purchase all items at cost of one rebel. So we will increment our rebel and experience both by 1. Okay. So first, in case we don't have the experience, the amount of experience we require to purchase anyone, then in that case we have to purchase some product at 2 rebel cost. So it is always the greedy approach would always be to purchase the item which require more experience, because uh, as we will keep in purchasing items, our experience will keep growing, and the first we will first reach the experience, the minimum experience one, the item which require the minimum experience. So in that case we can purchase those items at half cost. So first, whenever our experience is greater than what we already have, the experience required is greater than what we already have, in that case we will purchase that item at double rebel cost, which has maximum experience. That's why we have sorted our array in the on the basis of experience. Okay. So while iterating, we will check if experience of jth item is less than our experience, or the item we would need to purchase for the jth item is equal to 0. In that case we will decrement our j. Otherwise we will check if the experience required for ith product is less than equal to what experience we already have. In that case we will purchase all items at one cost, at cost of 1, and we will increment our I. Otherwise, if these both conditions are not met, then that means we have to purchase some product at double rebel cost. So we will purchase the jth one. So what? How many products we should purchase the jth one? Should we go for all product, all items of jth one at 2 price, or some? Because this how we can decide this for this we will check what is the requirement. For requirement we will see the number of the minimum experience we need to purchase this product first, because this is the smaller experience product. For this we need a smaller experience, so for this the requirement would be the 2, the experience for ith product, and what experience we already have minus what experience we already have. So this is the minimum experience we first need, so that we can get this product at half cost. So after getting these products at half cost, maybe our experience might, since our experience is going to increase by the number of items we are going to purchase over here. So that might get beyond this, that might become greater than this experience, this 8. So we can purchase the rest items of this jth one at half rate. That's why we are not going to purchase all items at once. We will check what is the requirement. So the requirement is basically experience of this minus the experience of ith minus what experience we already have, and maybe the requirement is greater than the number of product we have. So we will take minimum of these two, minimum of this and 1, the number of item for jth product. So this is the number of purchase we are going to make for jth item. All right. So after this, since P is the number of items we are going to purchase, so our experience will get incremented by P. And since these are these number of items we are going to purchase at 2 rebel cost, so our rebel will increase by twice of P. Twice of P. Okay. So this is the last case. In first and second case, when our experience was required experience was less than equal to what experience we already had, in that case we will purchase all products at 1 rebel cost. So in that case, both rebel and experience will get incremented by the number of products we are going to, the number of items we are going to purchase. Okay, now let's move to the coding part. All right, so we are getting an integer n, which is the size of or the number of products we have to purchase. Then I'm taking input this AI bi in the form of vector pair. So AI is basically the number of item for this ith product, and bi is the experience required for this ith product to get the item at half price. Okay, then we are sorting this vector using one compare function. So in compare function, we are sorting this vector on the basis of second element. So after this vector will get sorted on the basis of the second one, which is experience. Okay, now this is our main loop in which we are iterating while our I is less than j. I is placed at starting 0th position, j at ending position. We are initializing our experience and rebel with 0. So every time we are checking if for jth the experience required is less than equal to what experience we have, or the number of item for v of j is equal to 0. In that case, we are just incrementing our experience and rebel with the amount of the number of products which we are going to purchase, which is v of j dot first, and we will decrement our j. And if this is not the case, then we will check if v of I, the experience required for ith product is less than what we have. In that case, we will purchase all items of ith product at 1 rebel cost. So our experience and rebel both will get incremented by the number of item at vi, and in that case we will increment our I. If both of these cases are not met, then we will get the requirement. Requirement is basically the minimum experience which is required for the ith item minus what experience we already have. And this is just for safe side. I took the maximum of this and 0 because I thought this might get become negative, but this will not get negative, because if this vi dot second was less than experience, then we would have gone into this loop first. Okay, so that's not the problem. Okay, so then we are checking the purchase we are going to make. So purchase we are going to make is basically the requirement which we have, and the number of products which we have to purchase for jth1. So the minimum of these two is going to the number of purchase we are going to make. So our experience will be increased by the number of purchase made, and our rebel is going to increase by twice of this number of purchase, because these number of items we are going to purchase at twice 2 rebel price. Okay, then the number of item is going to decrease by number of price. So in case we purchased all items of this jth product, in that case our v of j will become 0. That's why in next loop we that's why we have kept one check over here, is v of j dot first equal 0. Then since we want to decrement our j, so that's why we have kept one case over here, so that when our v of j will become 0 in next loop, our j will get decremented, sorry. Okay, after this loop will get finished, we will have at position where I is equal to j. So that product, they, since I is equal to j, we can call it ith or jth, it doesn't matter. So that ith product is still need to be purchased. So if the experience for this ith product is less than equal to what experience we have so far, so in that case we will just increment our experience and rebel by the number of products. Otherwise we need, we just can directly purchase all item at two product cost, because if there is so many products and after so many items for this highest product, and after purchasing few of the items, probably our experience might get more than or equal to the experience required for this ith one. So that's why here also we are checking the requirement. So requirement is basically the experience which we need. So vi dot second is the experience which we need minus ex, the experience which we already have. So this is the number of product, the number of items which we have to purchase at twice rebel cost. Okay, so the number of product which we are going to purchase is the minimum of the requirement and v of j dot first, the number of item which we have and the requirement. Okay, so we are incrementing our experience by this, the number of purchases we have made, the number of items we have purchased, and we are incrementing our rebel with twice of the number of purchases we have made. Now we are checking if we are decrementing our number of item for the ith product by the number of item we purchase for this one, and we are checking if still the number of items are greater than equal to greater than 0. So in that case, since our experience has already become equal to the experience of this vi, then we can purchase the rest remaining items at one rebel cost. Okay, so now finally we are printing our solution, the number of rebels. So this is the minimum rebel. All right, so let's check the solution. All right, it's passed. So thank you.